Well, I was 58 and ridiculously, I was feeling incredibly well. I hadn't been feeling better for ages. I was feeling really fit, healthy, everything else. And then I noticed some bleeding, but I'd had piles before. So since I'd had my daughter 30 years earlier, I'd had on and off. So I just thought it was piles, didn't really think anything of it. But I watched this program on TV. I watched GPs behind closed doors, and he was talking about haemorrhoids, and he said, you should always get them checked. So I went to the GP, and she said, oh, golly, yeah, you must get this sorted out. Let's go, I'll send you off to see this specialist at the hospital. And I got an appointment very quickly, which somehow didn't ring alarm bells because I think I was feeling so well. So I went in, saw the specialist, and he said to me, do you have anyone with you? So I thought, that's a bit strange. Anyway, my husband was there, so he came in, and then he said, I think you better sit down. And he said, your GP was correct, you have a malignant tumour. So I was just in shock, really. And then he said, well, you've got to think of this as a new chapter in your life. And I just remember thinking, I don't think I want this chapter. I don't think I want to read this chapter. And then it was just, non-stop testing and everything else, and then major operation. The tumour was very low down, so if you think of having piles, that's kind of where it was. So he said that in order to take that away, that would leave me obviously incontinent, so I would have to have a stoma. And once I'd got that, I should be cured. So I thought, okay, I can live with that, that's great news. It was a massive operation because it's something people call it a Barbie butt, where they sew you all up at the back so you've got no bum left, and put a stoma in. It's just that feeling that you're lucky that you're still here. So straight away, I think I just thought, at last, I could start to look at each day new. So it was kind of like a fresh day, a new beginning. Over the years, it gets easier and easier, obviously, because you get used to living with the stoma. Having to have the stoma, obviously, that affects your day-to-day living. But it's nowhere near as bad as I thought a stoma was. It's actually quite practical, quite easy to manage, and life's, goes on as normal with it. People don't really like talking about their bowels at all, and they certainly don't like talking about poo, and there's definitely a stigma around stomas. So I think that it really is good to try and keep it open, and for people to realise that actually it's good for everybody to realise that, it could be you. By doing the research, by helping other people, it helps you mentally to come to terms with what you've gone through. It helps you to understand that you're not on your own. With any luck, someone else who's just finding out about it, they're not going to be on their own, because they're going to find out, yes, there are other people, and the research is just, bringing things on in leaps and bounds.